Hello everyone. Welcome to Knowledge 2022. You are watching a brief session titled 007 A Bond Strategy for Citizen Development. In this brief session, we will give you an eagle-eye view of citizenship development methodology. By the end of the session, our main aim is to push the idea that is innovation is not invention. Also, improvement or automation of current processes has better return on investment. I am Ashutosh Munot. I am a certified ServiceNow technical architect and 2 times Dev MVP, 4 times community MVP. Currently, I'm working with NN Group in Netherlands as a ServiceNow architect. I am accompanied by another Dev MVP and a good friend of mine, Dhruv. Please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Dhruv Gupta, and as Ashutosh mentioned, I am also a ServiceNow developer MVP, and I currently work as a ServiceNow architect at Accenture. We are pretty excited for today's session, so let's start with the agenda. So today we'll begin with an exploration of citizen development. What is it? Why use it? What are the advantages of using it on the platform of platforms, that is ServiceNow for citizen development? Once we are settled with the theoretical aspect of the program, then we will share our experiences, the challenges we faced, and most importantly, their mitigation strategy along with some key learnings, and finally wrap up with resources you can utilize along the journey of your citizen development program. So if that sounds interesting, Ashutosh, please guide us through why citizen development is important.
Oh, that's a very broad question. And every new initiative starts with a problem. So let's start with the problem. I will summarize this with some numbers. Basically, need for citizen development can be broken into two things: business challenges and IT challenges. Let's first read the mind of business leaders. As per the research by Mendix, it says 50% of business feel that they are unable to meet their key strategic goals, and an almost same amount of business leaders find it hard to grab the opportunity of cost reduction, or I should say, scope of improvements, and the usual culprit behind this are IT challenges. Let's see not so shocking numbers. When we say not so shocking numbers, that means we have experienced this personally, where 77% of tech leaders think that they are struggling because the pipeline is too huge, and stakeholders tend to go away from the requirement over the period of the time. And to cater to those needs, we end up having external parties for our rescue so that they can help us to reduce the pipeline. If you see, 77% of business leaders think that it's very hard in today's era to reduce the cost because of the huge pipeline. Hence, it is very hard to neglect also. These are my thoughts. What do you think, Dhruv?
Definitely, these numbers are not shocking for me as well. The reason that I want to highlight is that we always tend to ignore our internal resources who can be a better fit in our IT ecosystem because they are aware of the ecosystem. They know the actual crux of the problem. B, they tend to be less costly, I should say that, than if you go for a specialist one. For some domains, you need specialization, but not for all. You can cross train or develop the culture of citizen development.
That was an interesting point, Dhruv. So please tell us what exactly citizen development is all about.
Sure, man. Citizen development is a business process that encourages non-IT trained employees to become software developers using, how should I say this, IT sanctioned low code, no code platform to create business applications. This approach to software development enable employees, despite their lack of formal education in coding, to become citizen developers. That was the official definition, but in layman's terms, citizen development is basically a process of identifying your citizen developers that can optimize and solve bottlenecks for you using a low code platform. So, Ashutosh, I know you have an experience on identifying citizen developers. So, tell us, who is a good citizen developer as per your.
Oh, a developer can be anyone within the organization, a non-developer or a non-IT guy. So basically, our stakeholders can be also citizen developers who can tap into low-code platform to build a specific business application. Since they are facing problems on day-to-day basis, their response is more agile towards the problem, and they can build the app quickly, and they are very quick to the dynamic business landscape, right? So Citizen developers are different from traditional developers. How? You can see on the screen there are some differences between both the developers. So I would say citizen developers are empowered business users who create new or change existing business applications without the need to involve IT department. So please take a pause and read this slide for a minute so that you understand the difference between citizen developer and the traditional developer. Thanks. Dhruv, you have been an advocate for ServiceNow, especially for citizen development. Why is that so? Please tell us.
Yeah, man, I have been recommending ServiceNow, especially for citizen development. And because ServiceNow has literally almost everything that you need for developing an app, that too in a low code, no code approach. And it is scalable and you can govern as per your compliances as well. What else you want? I can talk about this whole day, but in the interest of time, I'll just highlight a few capabilities. But the platform has way more stuff. To begin with, first one is your flow designer. This is the main contributor to low code, no code functionality, where NLU plays an important role. The drag and drop feature in Flow Designer requires no coding and makes it easy for new developers to understand it quickly. Second one is your integration hub, major player to automate things with 200 plus spoke available out of the box. Automation is the key aspect of why people want to go for citizen development. This is because they want to handle their own pipeline and catalog forms, which can automate their task quickly. Next one is App Engine Studio. It's a development tool for creators of varying skill levels to build application that meet immediate needs of your organization. Next one, my favorite, UI Builder, a platform for designing and engaging UI experience. Its capability grows exponentially with the level of skill set a developer has, but it definitely caters to more than what is required. Apart from this, we have low code capabilities like virtual agent, machine learning, process optimization, etc., etc. To it's basically enhance the arsenal of a developer. You can find more details about them in the resource section. So in short, ServiceNow and citizen development is a perfect match from my side.
Great, Dhruv. So this was all about the theoretical knowledge for citizen development, who are citizen developers. Let's deep dive into practicality now. We started our journey a couple of years ago and we stumbled onto various issues, out of which we have got some must to do, make the process smooth, and extract the best return on investment from the platform. First of all, choose the right use case, that is, those can be developed with no or very less involvement of IT resources. Citizen development is very exciting, and because of that, we end up trying to involve or overdo a few things. Basically, identification of resources and setting up guardrails, that is, governance, along with their initial trainings, are the key to success. We need to understand it's a journey, it's not a one time affair. So don't do a big go live or onboarding of the teams, but start with a small team and then build upon it. Sharing your success story is equally important because it acts as a catalyst to motivate other team members and citizen developers within the organization. Having the right tool does not always solve all the problems. You always need a right approach along with the right tool to get maximum return on investment. So, Dhruv, please enlighten us with the recommended path for this.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it's a journey. It's definitely a journey. It's not one step process or one big go live. I usually divide it into 4 steps. Step one, prepare the environment and culture. When we say put on the guardrails, we mean to clearly state what is expected from citizen developers and what they are not allowed to do. And the next step is the enablement of the team based on your organization's vision. Set up a training plan for citizen developers, and in that training, don't forget to include some challenging activities. And once someone gets the basic skill set, I usually recommend, or this is something that has been beneficial for us as well, give them an instance to sharpen their skill set. They can use their PDIs as well. but give them an instance before putting them into some project work. It would be most important for their confidence. And now it's time for bringing them into the mainstream. Assign requirements to allow them to take responsibility. Make sure your IT team is there to help them out, but not building on their own. And finally, it's time to scale up. Reuse the components, assets built, and don't forget to share the success of this journey. By the end, you will realize that you simply used your employee to build something that is cost effective, quick, and most importantly, it empowered your employee.
Great. Thanks, Dhruv, for showing us the path. Now, as we are approaching the end of the presentation, let's take a moment to summarize some key takeaways of the presentation. If you remember, we had an issue of huge pipeline, and we also saw how to solve it. And the answer is citizen development, which is the need of an hour. Also, we saw how ServiceNow will act as a tool or act as a solution to help implement citizen development and how it can help you to bring maximum return on investment. Also, change enablement governance is very important to explain the importance of citizen development and how ServiceNow can cater to this.
On your screen, you can see one QR code. It will take you to one of the community article that we created for this session. It contains link for all the articles that we read while doing this research, while setting up this session, and all the recommended webinars, sessions, whatever we want to pass on. Also, you can use this article to put on your queries and we would love to answer them.
Thank you for patience. We look forward to interact with you all.
Keep learning and enjoy Knowledge 2022.